Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is HVAC Jake here. I'm just doing a bit of a test here. I wanted to kind of go over some capacitance and some of the capacitance formulas and stuff like that. So if you're ever in a situation where you're out in the field and you don't have the proper capacitor, you can use some of these formulas here and kind of figure out if you can add some of these capacitors together to get the proper capacitor. So right here I got a 7.5 microfarad capacitor, a 10 microfarad capacitor, and a 12.5 microfarad capacitor. So say you're out in the field and you needed a 22.5 microfarad capacitor. Well, what you can do is, based on the theory, if you use the parallel capacitor circuit formula, you will see that the formula is CT equals C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on, just depending on how many capacitors you're going to run in series here. But for this example here, let's just see if we add these two together in parallel. We'll do the 10 microfarad and the 12.5 microfarad. We're going to wire them in parallel. And based on the formulas here, you're going to see that CT equals 10 plus 12.5, which is going to give us 22.5 microfarads. So I'm going to wire this up here. I'm going to wire these in parallel, and then we're going to do a test. So you're going to put one lead on there, and you're going to jumper it over to this capacitor here. And then we're going to take our other lead and jump it over here to this capacitor. So now these capacitors are in series or in parallel with each other. I'm going to set my meter to capacitance, and I'm going to measure what the capacitance is. So that's pretty close, 23.2. So our math was 22.5. So that means it increased a little bit more, probably due to the fact that these are slightly out here. So if we measured these individually, so if we measured this 12.5 microfarad capacitor individually, so it's actually 12.8. So if we punch that in our calculation, 12.8, and we measured this one here individually, we get 10.3. So that's going to be 23.1. So what was that now when we calculated? Oh, the connector fell off here. Let's see if I can just get that to work. 23.2. Yep, so 23.1. So there's an example how you can use multiple capacitors out in the field and wire them in parallel, and you'll actually increase the microfarad rating.